his usual prowess. Nothing wrong with his shot, just denied by a very good save. And City, by the way, on their bench, and there he is warming up, Stefan Otago Moreno, German goalkeeper who arrived on a free transfer this past summer. And this would be some baptism of fire for him if Stefan Otago Moreno was plunged into this game at Anfield.
Yeah, but I mean, City on this occasion with the high line, and Salah timed the run to perfection, and he thought he was just picking out the inside of that net until the fingertip. And as he went down, it's like as if he I don't know, maybe he just rolled his ankle or something. Ederson.
Much to the relief of Manchester City fans, Ederson Moraes looks okay to continue. In a game of tiny, tiny margins, Jurgen Klopp knows that that was a very big moment.
Yeah, he's been relieved from kicking duties, I think, for a moment until maybe his injury could settle down.
Using his feet, such a big part of Ederson's overall play. Being underway. Sola to Kevin De Bruyne. Haaland. Ederson was brave. Foden. Phil Foden scores in 4 league games in a row. The complaints continue at the back from Liverpool's players. But having celebrated a big save at one end, Liverpool, with even more gusto now, celebrate a goal at the other.
Yeah, and I think Alisson and his teammates are complaining about the fact that De Bruyne, Haaland may have just fouled him because he just arrived late. And I'm not sure there's a foul. I don't think he's looking to play one. And as soon as he knocked it, I mean, Gomez is hoping that it will deflect in the right direction, and it doesn't. It just finds the back of the net.
Now, the video assistant referee today is Darren England, and I think they are going to ask referee Anthony Taylor to come and have a look at this. So the question is, does Erling Haaland, as Jim illustrated, does he foul the goalkeeper in the build-up to the goal? Look how incensed Pep Guardiola is about this. Again, we mentioned the tiny, fine margins. Manchester City are worried that this goal is going to be chalked off.
If there's the slightest element that the goalkeeper has the ball under control or that he gets there first, that's one thing, but they're going back to the pull on Fabinho. I just wonder whether it was going to be a different phase and whether they would go back that far, but
so it was in the build-up long before it came to the penalty area. That's what Pep Guardiola thinks of that decision. 0-0, the game remains, but the teams couldn't really have got closer to scoring. Salah so close at one end, Foden so close at the other. That is deemed to be foul. The pull on the shirt by Haaland would prove to be very costly for Manchester City. This livens the atmosphere up somewhat, I can tell you. Salah, free ball in, shot. Couldn't keep it down again. Oh, we've got a game on our hands now.
Look at Jurgen Klopp now, just trying to get everybody in the stadium lifted and ready for this. I mean, again, it's a superb break from Liverpool, just like the last. That time the control wasn't there from Jota, but once it finds its way to Salah, that little outside of the left foot flick to find his head was superb. Maybe Ederson, the fact that he's making the ground up towards him, just got in his eye line and put him off. But Jota, it's the second really good headed chance he's had in the game, and that was better than the first half, and he should have made more of it.
Some cauldron of an atmosphere now. Led off when Ederson made a huge save. Dampened by the Official's decision to rule out Phil Foden's goal. Would have been Foden's 7th in the Premier League this season.
What a great start to the second half. It's like as if the concentration in the dressing rooms at half time has been on taking more risk, be daring.
Energy. Rodri plays through the press. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Foden's got space on the near side. Haaland moving towards the rear post now. De Bruyne's there too. Just couldn't tee it up for Erling Haaland. But the game is wide open now. Diaz shows too much of it to Jota. Kenji keeps his cool.
Do not take your eyes off this.
Spectacle rising to the occasion now. First up was Kenji. This is more graphics. Gundogan. Foden. Clever angle to the run. Down he goes. Bounce up off the turf like a trampoline. Gundogan. Deflected off Fabinho for a Manchester City corner.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lovely run from Foden, and Thiago just clipped him, but he decided he was going to stay on his feet, and it was Milner who eventually got in the way, hoping that his arm wouldn't be hit.
Direct delivery from Gundogan. Haaland. Ruben Diaz just shouldered into as he tried to get his head to it. Rodri was the player who attempted the shot, but now can Liverpool break? No, because Diaz has blocked down Milner's clearance. Manchester City unbeaten in their last 21 Premier League matches.
He's still fuming as well. He's bottling it up at the moment, Pep Guardiola, but still seriously unhappy.
Thiago, straight to Gundogan. Foden was pounced upon by Roberto Firmino. There's no room to breathe at the moment. De Bruyne. Three. Onto the instant for Phil Foden. Now Gundogan. Bernardo Silva. Gundogan again. Bernardo Silva had a chance to steady himself, but the delivery was straight at Van Dijk. Away by Milner. Salah not found. Rodri. Foden. Concentration key now. This is Joe Cancelo. Not to get on to the return from Kevin De Bruyne. Good work from Roberts. It's of course put it out of play. However, it will be, I was going to say a free kick to Liverpool. It seems to be playing on from referee Anthony Taylor. Here is Diogo Jota. Here is Harvey Elliott. First touch let him down. Corner.
And it's just unable to get Manchester City's runners back in place, and it was Foden who got the block in the end, but if he gets hold of this initially, then he's just lining up the shot. And he would have been unattended at that stage.
One Premier League goal ever. It came against Bournemouth earlier on this season for Harvey Elliott. Coming into this weekend, no team in the Premier League had scored more goals from corners than Liverpool this season. Elliott. Gomez. Much too much on that. Not even close to James Milner. Liverpool's substitutes have scored a lot of goals this season. 8 goals from players who come off the bench. It'll be interesting to see if and when Jurgen Klopp decides to deploy some reinforcements. Gomez stays down. She's here. Firmino stretching but couldn't get the leg up high enough. Okay.
Yeah. I think if it was at the other end and it was Haaland, there might have been a different outcome. But this was always going to be difficult. Just wonder whether he stayed on side. It looked like he had Mo Salah. Again, it's a good feed from him, but difficult. That's tough.
First ever goal that Roberto Firmino scored for Liverpool playing against Manchester City. Long time ago now, 2005. There's booking in a game that's been very competitive but played at a very sporting level so far. Yellow card shown to Fabinho. These two teams, by the way, the two who've had the fewest yellow cards in the Premier League this season. Kanji. Foden. Picking out Gundogan, his first touch was excellent. Haaland, that's the chance he's been waiting for. Excellent stretched right arm of Alisson Becker that denies Erling Haaland.
He's looking up at the heavens because as he strikes it, he's actually falling over. And I think he hits it into the ground again. So it's not the cleanest.
Foden. Bernardo Silva. Chance by Fabinho. And no chances taken by the Brazilian in the end. Decision being hotly contested now.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's great little pocket of space that Gundogan works his way into, but yeah, just watch. It's away from him. He needs to keep it closer to him, and he never really gets himself set. And when you're on the way down, you're unlikely to get it clean.
Right on the edge of the penalty area, that one. All but one of Erling Haaland's Premier League goals so far inside the box. It's Ruben Diaz.
And I think I said earlier on in the second half, there seems to be a push now towards risk-taking and be more daring about things. And I think certainly for Manchester City, there's a greater commitment in that regard. Liverpool have been more effective on the break, on the counter-attack. City enjoying the possession.
Second half is flying by. 20 minutes have played already. Gundogan to Haaland. Identified Roberto Firmino, but Bernardo Silva works hard to get it back for City. João Cancelo spotted the run by De Bruyne. Dijk got back in position.
And look at the urgency, and I mean, particularly from Silva, who's now popping up everywhere.
Second half, Manchester City have had 3 times as many passes as Liverpool. On the other side, trying to raise the tempo, trying to let the ball do the work.
Yeah, and Liverpool getting back into that 4-4-2 defensive formation.
Foden. Inside of Elliott. Haaland to Bernardo Silva. Gundogan. Just ran into Gomez to Manchester City corner.
Gundogan now this time trying to just get the Manchester City fans going behind that goal. But I think Foden and Bernardo Silva are making a difference on that left-hand side now. They're weaving their way through Liverpool.
And where Manchester City are attacking is the end of Anfield where the visiting fans are housed today. Now they would love to see up close a City goal. Ruben Diaz just flashed off his forehead. Champions League goal this season for the Portuguese defender, yet to score in the Premier League this campaign. Going straight to back. Delicate touch from Foden. Less than delicate response from Harvey Elliott, who's down Phil Foden there. Manchester City keen to get on with it. Salah. Oh, he had shots available. Jota's done very well to stay onside. Couldn't bring the ball with him. Chance for City to break now. Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva, the cushion for Gundogan. Haaland. Gundogan. Van Dijk's done well. This is Bernardo Silva. Manchester City banging on the door now.
Yeah, well, this all began when Jota failed to get hold of it, and Van Dijk's had a go at him for that. Gundogan was able to take it on, Bernardo Silva on the follow-up, but yeah, Manchester City are causing more problems for that Liverpool defence now. They didn't do enough of it in the first half.
Bit of activity down in the Liverpool technical area. Salah. How many times have we seen him bend one of those into the back of the net?
Oh, well, whatever City are coming up with, Liverpool always seem to have a reply. And this is like classic Mohamed Salah, always looking to come inside and didn't quite get the curl.
Just 2 Premier League goals this season for Mo Salah so far. Looks like Liverpool are preparing Darwin Núñez and indeed Fabio Carvalho. Jordan Henderson too. That'd be 3 Liverpool substitutes coming. Oh, hesitation by Nolan. Backheel from Foden. Composed defending from Joe Gomez. But Bernardo Silva doesn't give up. And I can say it's clear by James Milner.
He should have dealt with it in the first place, but he didn't realise that Foden was right behind him.
Small in stature, Bernardo Silva, but he is full of heart. Shot his attempt and clearance wasn't great. Ruben Diaz. Gundogan. De Bruyne. 20 minutes plus the stoppages to go. Here is João Cancelo. Kevin De Bruyne. Gomez in front of Haaland. Now Foden. Bernardo Silva. Milner had to be careful inside the penalty area. Foden again. Too high for Haaland. Wasteful for Manchester City. And this break of play will afford the opportunity for the triple change. Roberto Firmino will be the first to depart. Darwin Núñez, who scored against City in July in the Community Shield. 5 goals in his last 4 games, but played a bit deeper today, Roberto Firmino. Yet to score for Liverpool here at Anfield, Darwin Núñez. Now, Jurgen Klopp is having a chat with Mo Salah. There's some confusion about who's actually coming off for Liverpool here. Salah, his number had been held up and he came over, but it looks like he's staying on. Henderson replaces Fabinho. Will be young Harvey Elliott who makes way for Fabio Carvalho. A bit of confusion, Jim, but I'd have been surprised if Klopp had taken off Salah.
Yeah, I think that was always going to be unlikely. And Henderson now has the armband. Milner gave it to Fabinho as he made his way off.
Last season, Fabio Carvalho scored against Manchester City for his old club Fulham. It was in the FA Cup in February. Mo Salah stays on Liverpool, of course he does.
Yeah, I think he was having a word with Salah about just operating in the Firmino position now behind Núñez. Jota stays left and Carvalho will play from the right hand side. So it's the 4-2-3-1 we've seen more of late.
Still plenty of time for either of these clubs to go and win it. Both come so close in this second period. Foden. Silo. Quality of passing from Rodri. Those long-range passes which just land in the chest to the toe of the teammate he's looking for. Really is incredible. Bernardo Silva. Foden. Bruno. Moved into by Robinson. Expensive free kick. Thiago. He's the one who's committed the foul after Robertson had nearly stolen possession back.
Yeah, and that first little attempt just there was to try and get Cancelo in round the back. Eventually he's got the decision, but must do his belief in this one.
We haven't had many of these today. Attacking free kicks for Manchester City. The Anfield Road end. What can Kevin De Bruyne conjure up here? Very lofted, and it's easily claimed by Alisson. Looks for Salah, who has managed to turn the defender Cancelo. Mo Salah! No mistake this time! And with a quarter of an hour to go, Liverpool score at the cup end. Cancelo was turned inside out by Mo Salah. Only his third Premier League goal of the season. It has put Liverpool in front.
Well, he's had a frustrating day generally, Cancelo. And on that occasion, it was the turn from Salah and the way the ball worked in his favour. I'm not sure if it was the cleanest control, Connor. But certainly, as Liverpool broke here, just watch.
Against Norwich back in February. Alisson with a long clearance, providing the assist for a Mo Salah goal. goalkeeper for Brazil has done it again.
He's got it wrong. He's misjudged it, Cancelo. He's tried to step up and pinch it ahead of him instead of getting goal side. But you have to say that the way Salah controlled it was brilliant and then take it on. If at first you don't succeed, you try again.
So Salah, who had been denied by Edison in a similar one-on-one situation earlier. Manchester City who had the ball in the back of the net down the other end, only for Phil Foden to be overruled by VAR. Liverpool 2, their lead at Anfield. On a day Liverpool are looking for some redemption after what's been a terrible start to the season. They want to remind everyone they can still battle with the best of them. Here's Darwin Núñez. On the end of it, but it's all Liverpool now.
Well, you know, he looked to his right. He could see Carvalho, he could see Salah. But he made his mind up. He thought, well, look, I've run this far. Why don't I try and find the corner of the net? And he wasn't close.
So now, we're about to find out just how good this Manchester City team are. 1-0 down, away from home at Anfield. The noise is deafening now. Darwin Núñez. Referee gives the free kick.
It's a fancy, and that was clumsy. And a yellow card has been issued in the direction of the Swiss.
City's defence, a different customer to rankle with now, a different threat posed by the Uruguayan.
Yeah, and he seems to kind of be enjoying the extra freedom he's getting from that left-hand side.
Manchester City haven't lost all season. Robertson to take the free kick. Haaland heads it. Milner was blocked by Gundogan, and the follow-up from Henderson sails over the top. But Mo Salah, the man of the moment, as he so often is at Anfield.
If ever there was a day to score the first goal, this is it. Cancelo makes a mistake. It was really important that he got it under control quickly so he could stride away, and he's got that. And then he's able to get his head up, and he's able to gauge what's happening. And Edison this time was not getting anything on it because he knew he was finding the corner.
Mo Salah moves ahead of Steven Gerrard in terms of Premier League goals scored for Liverpool. Salah now on 121. And in the 30-year history of the Premier League, only Robbie Fowler has now scored more league goals for the club in this era. Pep Guardiola knew it would not be easy today. Is how it has transpired. Liverpool fans swirling the scarves in the air. Joe Cancelo, can he make amends for his mistake? It's for the corner of Diogo Jota. 10 minutes to go.
Manchester City have a habit of coming back when behind. So Liverpool cannot even think about the idea of relaxing.
Robertson anywhere will do. Just a brother. Diaz. Actually just Milner's picked up a stinger. Robson. Cancelo looking for Haaland, and Van Dijk to the rescue for his team.
Yeah, that hasn't become a habit. It's been difficult to get that run in behind the Liverpool defence, but beautiful ball in from Cancelo, and when he thinks he's going to have a tap in Haaland, the big man's in the way.
So they didn't score in Copenhagen on Tuesday, first time this season. They haven't found the back of the net. They will relentlessly pursue an equaliser here, surely.
I think that possession stat we just seen, 92% for the last 10 minutes, tells you that they're intent on getting back into it.
Okay. Oh, advantage, play on. Salah. It's Manchester City's ball. Salah doing his best to hold things up. Every trick in the book is going to be deployed now. So Liverpool look to see this through. Watson. Guardiola yet to make a substitution. Foden. At times this season, Manchester City have looked unstoppable. Have Liverpool found a way to halt Guardiola's team? Off Henderson for another City corner.
Yeah, I think Liverpool are going to have to do a lot of this now until they hear the final whistle.
Foden back to Gundogan. See it coming all the way.
He knew as well that he couldn't afford any sort of spillage. City players were lining up to get in on it.
So they've not looked at their ruthless best in attack today. They're going through Watford for a shortcut, and he sees a yellow card for that. Manchester City teammates are not happy with the nature of that challenge. The dramatic fall from Rodri after it.
I think there's a slip. I think as he commits himself here, he slips as he's arriving, and it makes it look 10 times worse. And I think some of the City players were thinking it's a two-footed tackle and in need of a red card as opposed to yellow. But I think he's explaining that, look, I lost my footing.
It's clearly a skid.
Yeah.
Which he lost control of his own momentum, Thiago. Yellow card it is. Guardiola appears to be preparing Julian Alvarez for his introduction. A player who came off the bench to score against Liverpool in the Community Shield. He'll get it through to Salah. It's Bernardo Silva. City get it back. It's become an arm wrestle now.
Well, Salah's been upset with one or two decisions from Anthony Taylor, but he's furious on that one.
Liverpool could be moving back into the top 10, up to 8th position if it stays like this.
Klopp's got to be careful. Klopp's going to get himself sent off. Yeah.
The simmering became a furious boiling. Jurgen Klopp sees red on a day that his team might just be dragging themselves back into the fringes of the title race.
Yeah.
This is what it means. This is how important it is. Egos are being bruised. Gauntlets being thrown down.
Yeah, well, Salah and Silva are still at it over the foul in the corner a short time ago. But Jurgen Klopp was furious that that decision wasn't given Liverpool's way. And he was really aggressive with the assistant. Really aggressive. And I think that's what led Anthony Taylor to stride over to the touchline and flash that red card.
Anthony Taylor, referee in charge. 4 times in the past he's refereed this fixture at the Etihad today. The first time he's done so here at Anfield. This is what sparked it all off. Bernardo Silva and Salah's tango, but look how animated Jurgen Klopp was. Back into the face of the fourth official, and obviously very strong words have been said. I think not just the fourth official, the assistant as well.
And that was the moment that clinched it, that Anthony Taylor decided this has got to be red.
Time clears. Oh, Jackson has been cut again. This is Darwin Núñez. Shot it inside him. Darwin Núñez wanted to take it on himself.
Well, that is breathing. Considering the support around him who shot it inside, that was breathing.
To try and win it back again, but it's going to be a free kick to Manchester City. It is fiery, it is feisty.
Well, he certainly got away with that one because that was lame from Cancelo, and he should have been clearing it properly and not allowing it to be blocked. But Bernardo Silva did an incredible job getting back to get a proper block on it and stop it going through on goal.
Time running out dramatically for Pep Guardiola. Manchester City, who 9 of the last 12 games, not only have they scored 3 goals or more in 9 of those 12 games. The disallowed goal for Foden. Apart from that, City threatened Alisson anywhere near enough. Cancelo. Kevin De Bruyne. Núñez has given Liverpool an outlet. Something to aim these clearances towards since coming on.
But he can be a ball carrier for Liverpool. You know, he can just run with it into space.
Julian Alvarez getting ready to come on for Manchester City, and they can't get him on quick enough. Somewhere in the bowels of this stadium, Jurgen Klopp will be hearing the tremor and the vibrations. But his fingers chose the whole lot cross that Liverpool can hang on. So here comes Julian Alvarez, 2 Premier League goals so far. Both came against Nottingham Forest in August. He is on in place of Ilkay Gundogan. Trent Alexander-Arnold, who went off with a twisted ankle against Arsenal last weekend, will come on to replace Mo Salah for the final minutes of normal time. Presumably, Alexander-Arnold will slot in at right back. Milner will stay there, I'm sure, to help out at an offensive capacity. Alexander-Arnold's pass forward too close to the cage. Manchester City might as well hurl the kitchen sink at it now. De Bruyne, ball, answers the referee. João Cancelo, tripped by Diogo Jota. Yellow card again.
Yeah, had to be, and he didn't need to make the challenge because Cancelo had overrun it. He'd lost the possession. But Jota didn't know at this stage it was going to run to a teammate. That teammate was Robertson.
We move into stoppages, of which there will be 6 additional minutes added on. For Manchester City fan, I'll take as much time as you can get. If you're a Liverpool supporter, these are going to be the longest 6 minutes of the season. And that may the player down.
I mean, we waited quite a while for the first booking in this game, but it's become very feisty since.
So many have chosen to write Liverpool off Recent performances in the league so far. It's a day to remind everyone of the threat that continue to pose. But it's showing too much between. It's the last touch off Kinsella. Liverpool supporters realising the importance of this, and City fans haven't felt this feeling for a while. Are they about to lose again in the Premier League? To stay this way, it's going to be a second league defeat in 30 top flight games for Manchester City. Trouble to a full season. Darwin Núñez looks for Alexander-Arnold. Carvalho screamed. He felt it should have been played short to him.
Yeah, he has a case. Carvalho could have been pulled back to him, but you can understand why Núñez was looking for Alexander-Arnold. He just put too much on it. Alexander-Arnold couldn't make the ground up.
Scored against City in the Community Shield, Alexander-Arnold. One of the Champions League, one of the Premier League 2 this season. Fresh legs having just come on, but unable to quite stretch to get there. What's a balance? Cancelo. Referee's blown the whistle. It's going to come back for a free kick for the foul on Rodri. No time to waste for the visitors. But told about it. Quality of that final delivery into the penalty area has not been the extremely high standard we are used to seeing from City. Carvalho to Bernardo Silva. Foden in around the back of Alexander-Arnold. It was Ruben Diaz sliding in. Ball has got out of play. Throw it to Liverpool. It's not been João Cancelo's day.
No. Important things have gone wrong for him, and it's kind of just sums it all up, really. Not been able to keep that alive.
Whistles growing ever louder for Liverpool fans, but there's at least 2 more minutes to go. Verona. Key. Holland waits patiently on the edge of the Liverpool penalty. It's doing him no favours. Terrible ball from Nathan Ake. Liverpool are almost there.
He's been very good today, Connor, as well. Gomez, I know he didn't look overly comfortable in replacing Alexander-Arnold in the right back position, but centre back is his role. And he's had a really good, solid, aggressive game today.
Manchester City fans have not had much joy on their travels to this red side of Merseyside over the years. 2 wins in their 36 visits, including today in all competitions. Flag here. Darwin Núñez tried to dunk it over Edison. I think it would have been offside anyway, but it would have. On for now. Liverpool temporarily down to 10. I think it's Jota who's down. City certainly won't hold up play for that. Brother. The sting of Erling Haaland's attacks.
Well, it just sums up the evening for Joe Gomez. You know, he's gone in the way again.
Not many defences hold Erling Haaland scoreless. Liverpool are within seconds of doing so here. Match of the year from Pep Guardiola. Stays like this, there will be a 4-point gap between City in second, Arsenal at the top of the table. Haaland's pursuit of Mo Salah's record for the most goals in a 38-game Premier League season. A little bit put on ice today. It's a little reminder that nobody is completely unstoppable in football. How many times has he popped up with a crucial Liverpool win?
But I think overall he looked sharper today. He looked up for it today. You know, in some games he's looked maybe a little lethargic, but I guess when you do get a hat-trick in the Champions League, it tends to give you a lift, and I think that's been the case with the Egyptian.
Late change as Liverpool run down the clock and Kostas Tsimikas, who's going to come on in place of the injured Diogo Jota. It's all at referee Anthony Taylor's discretion now. If this had been billed as a season when Erling Haaland became the lethal striker, taking over a mantle which Mo Salah has held in recent seasons, I think the Egyptian is reminding everyone today that he's not going anywhere. Let's have a look at how Diogo Jota picked up this injury. I mean, he's tirelessly run all day. This Jim is how he's picked up the knock.
It looked innocuous, didn't it? There's certainly no contact from Akanji. It looked like he's just stretched.
I think as he was going down, the feet give away under him. He's had share of victory problems in the past, and Liverpool fans will be hoping that it's all just precautionary. The stretch has been brought out now.
Yeah, there's a possibility as well he could have been swamped by cramp at this stage in the game, and that could be influencing things too. But I think when it came to the real quality moments in the box, he wasn't quite sharp enough today, Jota. But it looks like Mo has bailed him out.
Right, an attacker goes off, a defender comes on. Kostas Tsimikas, who made his league debut for Liverpool here at Anfield against Manchester City in the past.
Yeah, well, if you name Milner as a fullback, then Jurgen Klopp is finishing the game now with 4 fullbacks on the pitch.
We are into the 100th minute of what may prove to be a pivotal day in Liverpool's season. Alvarez battles on for City. Waved over until that final whistle blows. That looked like a handball off Van Dijk.
Yeah, he missed it with his head, misjudged it. And now City have a chance.
Look at the yellow shirts streaming forward now. This could be City's last chance. Brother, challenge, he tried to leap away by Henderson. Still we play on. And that's rushed from Kevin De Bruyne, summing up a proposal that City have not had today. The final whistle blows. It's a big day for Liverpool. They bounced back from their defeat at Arsenal last weekend to register what is Liverpool's most impressive result of this campaign so far. Liverpool's first league defeat of the season, only a second league defeat in 38 top-flight games. Guardiola will feel that Phil Foden might have won it on a day that Erling Haaland was starved of opportunities, a day that João Cancelo will want to forget. His mistake was key on a day that Virgil van Dijk commandeered his defence to the country's most potent attack at bay. There's a long way back into the title race, but this might be an important first step. Liverpool have beaten Manchester City, Jurgen Klopp's red card notwithstanding, by a goal to nil.
Is it?
Well, that was the second half that really burst into life. And look at that. Another assist from Alisson. He's done it to United. He's now done it to Manchester City. Lots for us to analyse when we come back after this short break. Stay with us.